Hello.
It's nice to see you again.
Today, we're talking about fallacies.
What are fallacies?
First, you have to know what cogent reasoning is. Cogent reasoning is valid reasoning. A cogent argument is one in which the premises are justified, all probably relevant facts are considered, and the conclusion is fully justified by the premises. If your reasoning lacks any of these factors, it is fallacious reasoning. Fallacious reasoning is invalid and is the source of all falsehoods. Inconsistencies, appeals to ignorance, slippery slopes, and fine-print disclaimers are four of the most commonly used types of fallacious reasoning.
I think I understand, but can you be more specific?
We'll go over each one, individually.
All right.
An inconsistent argument is made up of one or more statements that contradict themselves or each other. For example, in reference to a restaurant, New York Yankees catcher Yogi Berra had this to say: "Nobody goes there anymore, it's too crowded." Although the meaning of Berra's statement was valid, the statement itself was contradictory. A crowded restaurant is one that people most certainly go to. In another scenario, Al Gore spoke about the dangers of energy consumption, while he himself uses a high amount of energy in his home. Gore's statement is clearly hypocritical and inconsistent.
Joe, what happened to you?
It's an inconsistency, Jane. You can call me Ellen.
I'm so glad you're back.
What are you talking about?
You disappeared and a woman took your place.
You don't have any proof that it happened.
You don't have proof that it didn't happen, so it must be true.
How convenient. This is an example of appealing to ignorance.
What?
An appeal to ignorance is an argument in which one claims that, because something can't be proven wrong, it must be true. Parents commonly use this fallacy to make their children believe in mythical creatures. Imagine that a boy named Timmy has never been out after midnight on Christmas Eve. Because Timmy has not witnessed the hour at which Santa Claus is supposed to arrive, Santa Claus must be real. Timmy has not seen his parents placing his Christmas presents, so he is ignorant to the truth. A similar fallacious argument can be made for the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy. Timmy believes both to be true because he has not seen his parents place chocolate outside or money under his pillow. What was that for?
You called my argument fallacious. Next, you'll say that I'm only made of polygons and that our world is made of pixels.
Don't be ridiculous. That's a slippery slope if I ever heard one. In a slippery slope argument, the arguer claims that one action will result in a downward spiral of negative consequences. One great example of a slippery slope is in the popular children's book, If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. In the story, it is stated that giving a mouse a cookie will make him want milk and, eventually, various household items. Slippery slope arguments are also used by people to deny exclusive benefits. If I make an exception for you, then I have to make an exception for everyone. In most instances, an exception could easily be granted to one individual and no more. Slippery slopes can also be used to generalize and exaggerate the addictive effects of certain activities, such as gambling. Once you start gambling, you find it hard to stop. Soon you are spending all your money on gambling, and eventually you will turn to crime to support your earnings. This statement does not hold true for the majority of people. Only in extreme cases and without self-control would gambling ruin your life.
All that talk of cookies has made me hungry. Let's get ice cream. I heard it's 50% off.
What's wrong?
It says on the stand, offer only applies if I'm here.
That's an example of fine print. A fine print disclaimer is when a statement is retracted through the use of additional, but less noticeable, information. Television commercials are notorious for using fine print messages. For instance, In a recent commercial for a Nintendo 3DS video game, Luigi's Mansion, Dark Moon, a young kid is shown playing the game with ghost characters floating around him. This was likely done to represent the system's 3D effects. However, in fine print, the advertisement states the following: use parental controls to restrict 3D mode for children 6 and under. This statement contradicts the image of a child presumably playing the game in 3D mode. Well, it was nice to see you again.
You too.
This was just a brief overview of some of the most common fallacies. There are many more types to be on the lookout for. Invalid reasoning can be witnessed in politics, the media, or even just private conversations. The ability to identify fallacious reasoning can be vital in winning and disproving popular and unpopular arguments in all walks of life.
This whole conversation has been a fallacy. I'm really...
Your mother.